Well, the rain has been an issue today, and I wanted to make some more video of what I'm doing, but I haven't been able to because of the noise. And I'm out of time. I'm going to have to put this project away, but I just couldn't waste this little bit of time to check it out and see just how badly damaged the compressor was after completely running dry and the squeaking noise we heard. So I took the plug out of the bottom and hooked up the vacuum pump and pulled some vacuum on the system and put some oil in it, and it changed the sound dramatically immediately. So I went ahead and I put about 3/4 of a can of R152A in it. So let's see what we got. Fully frosted. And you look at the temperature meter, it is all the way down to 0, totally pegged out 0. So I really don't even know what to think or what to say. I don't understand how that compressor could still be a precision instrument and efficiently pump after running dry to the point where it was squeaking. As you can see, low side's running about 0 psig, or 1 or 0. I don't have a high side pressure tap on it. The interesting thing is the condenser. I probably still got air in the system because obviously it was leaking air in around the terminals from under vacuum. So it seems like right where the line comes in back of the condenser, this area is hot, and then kind of this whole side is hot, but this upper quadrant up here doesn't seem to be active. This is still cool, and then I get over this side is warm and hot, and all the way down here is warm, but this upper corner seems to not be an active site. Now you can probably hear the compressor running and tell that it's definitely not sounding like it did yesterday. There's a plug in the very bottom of the compressor. Okay, there's a view of the bottom of the compressor with its totally horrendous wiring. That's why I'm not touching it. But there's a plug right there. Oh, and you see a drip of oil fall off of the terminal. That's how bad the leak is. So I took that plug out and put a rubber hose just into the port with the vacuum pump running. This is the hose right here. I just pushed it up in there. It was the right size. And then I filled this little cup almost all the way once and vacuumed that in. And then I gave it about another half of that cup of this alkylbenzene 150. And once again, because that's what I had on hand, I'm just trying to see if the compressor is going to be functional. And as you can see, it is. Now ironically, when I first took the plug out of the bottom of the compressor, not a single drop of oil came out. And that plug fitting that it goes into, I was able to stick something like this inside and feel. There's no standpipe or anything. That was just a port right into the bottom of the compressor. So for no oil to come out of that port, there couldn't be more than 1/8 of an inch left in the bottom, if any. And you can see the drip coming from the terminal right now with it running. So it wouldn't have taken that, you know, a couple of months like that. It would have all been gone, all the oil. But running with the R152A, which is a higher pressure refrigerant than the R114 that it was designed for, it's 2.16 amps of current draw, and it's rated for 2 amps. So we're still not that far out of spec. So yeah, maybe. Well, the rain is coming back. That's the current draw. That's the actual power, 167 watts. So I think that's going to live just fine like that. If it were partially seized up or something mechanically wrong, I think the current draw will be a lot higher. And another good positive thing, the International Harvester is also doing what it's supposed to do. And it's nice and chilled up in there. So things are looking up for these two old fridges. You can really probably see the frost on there now. I know it's hard to tell on video sometimes, but humidity is massive because of the rain we got. It's kind of fogged up, but you can see it's below scale, below zero. So it pulled down and cycled off, and I turned off the power. So I figure by now it's ready to start back up again. And I want to compare the startup sound now with oil versus how it sounded yesterday. So here goes power on. Okay, I'm going to cut the video and splice in part of yesterday's clip with the dry start, and you can get an idea of how much better it sounds. Hope you're enjoying my adventure trying to see what I actually got, and I'm so encouraged about this Frigidaire. I just literally felt sick when I heard the way that compressor sounded. I was just sure it was done for, but man, it looks like it's gonna live. Now of course I'm gonna recover that refrigerant in you know, because I know the oil will all come out from the pressure and the refrigerant will be lost. And then when I come back from my next work assignment, I'm going to try to make some of those external terminal seals and put over those. So, well, I've left this Frigidaire cycling all day while I'm doing other things, and as you can see, the food safety indicator is showing that we are in a safe condition for food storage, which that's a good thing. It means the control's working right and the little gauge is working.